Am so thrilled to be with you here tonight, calling in from my home office. This is absolutely outstanding. Hey, as we get everybody to log in, get all set up here, I just want to extend to each one of you again a heartfelt thanks for being here tonight, for participating in this master class. And as we continue to have these master class series, you're going to learn a lot. That's our goal. That's our intent to be able to bring to you, again, additional knowledge and insight. It's been so powerful to work with Sarah, our CSO, as she's kind of highlighted some really fantastic ideas that we can bring here to our master class series. So, as we get started here tonight, this masterclass is again going to be on our compensation and our incentive program. How again to really unlock your paycheck. As we get into this, throughout, I'll go through it a quick agenda, give you an outline as to what we're going to talk about. And then at the end, we talk about biohacking. We are the biohacking company, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how you can hack our compensation plan. I don't know if that's fin hacking, because if bio is biology and financials biohacking, I don't know. We'll figure it all out, but I'll get into that too. So without further ado, again, thank you to each one of you for joining us tonight. Let's jump into this and talk about what we're going to discuss this evening. First and foremost, I want to share with each and every one of you our key differentiators in our compensation plan. I'm going to hit on that. They're straightforward, they're simple. We're going to talk about the lingo really quick. Nothing that we're going to spend a lot of time on here, but I want to be able to set the stage for each one of you to know when I use some vernacular and terminology, you'll get it. You'll find out what that means, and I'll make sure that I reiterate those components as I go throughout the presentation as well. Then I'll talk about the qualifications. It's a business, right? And to be qualified in owning a fast food restaurant, there's things that they have to do to make sure they can qualify for someone to come through the drive-through and collect an order. Same thing for you. It's a business. So we'll talk about some of the qualification elements. We'll talk about the earnings. That's why you're here, right? We're going to talk about the promotional incentives that we have and then the compensation plan as well. So you understand all the different aspects and the ways that you can make money through our compensation plan here at Xyngular. And then this is what I was talking about. This is the FIO hacking, the FI hacking, whatever that is. I'll come up with something great. But this is what I'm talking about. The critical growth principles to be able to really take advantage of our compensation plan. And then, of course, I never want to leave a presentation without additional resources for you. And so we'll talk about where those resources are at, where you can find them. All right, you ready? You got your pens, your paper, be able to take a little bit of notes. Don't get too deep into that. Jot a couple of thoughts down, but listen. Listen and pay attention because what I'll go through, it's not that hard and that difficult. So I always say this, if you want to get paid, pay attention. Here we go. So first, our key differentiators. These are absolutely incredible when it comes to our compensation plan within this industry. And I have been able to review a lot of compensation plans over my nearly 20 years in this space. And this is very powerful. And why I want you guys to know this. As you enter in this, why is our plan so unique? Well, number one, the daily pay. So every single day that you are out there, you're sharing, orders are coming in, there's elements within our compensation plan that pay you daily. It's 3 days in arrears, but every day you're working, you're going to get those compensation coming in. That's unlike so many other plans out there. Second, minimalist structure. What does that mean? That means when in other plans, there's tons of structure, either leg requirements and depth requirements and rank qualification requirements. So many. We have a very minimalist structure. Just two legs, 60-40 split from a percentage standpoint. And that's a very powerful way to go and position our compensation plan to others, that we don't get in to all of that craziness and all of those hoops and hurdles, all of those things that really trip you up as fantastic partners. And then we have our monthly global pools. Let me tell you why this is so powerful in our plan. Is because one of the things that the founders of this company really wanted to do when they set forth 15 years ago, be able to say, we want a plan that everybody can benefit in, that everybody can participate in. And so I will share with you through this presentation these corporate global sales pools, and they're at every single rank. And so the genesis of how we want this company to move forward is that it's one team, one dream. Everything, no matter what leg, what organization, what structure, all of that volume feeds these monthly pools that each and every one of you get to participate in. I'll hit on that a little bit more as I get to that particular topic. But these are fantastic differentiators as you're out talking to people. And always know this: if you ever need a little extra help, we're here. We got a great sales team at the corporate office, and you've got great upline support as well. So the lingo, all right? Now there's a lot of words here. I'm not a big fan of a lot of words on slides. But let me call out each one of these. And frankly, there's a lot of others that have a lot more words. These are so simple. Brand partners, right? Partners are the ones who are out there sharing the business, growing an organization, passionate about our products, our offering, all that we have. Customers are the ones who love our products, and we've got a lot of customers. Product volume. Every single one of our products have a volume assigned to it. That volume is then converted through percentages into the commissions. And the reason why that is the way it is because we are in other markets with other currencies, right? And so there's a PV, a point attached to each product, so that as you share around in all the countries we're in, you're going to be able to accurately count and qualify each one of those commissions. Now, the qualified element is the qualifying for ranks in your organization. It's just basically all the volume in your organization. Simple, right? Now, I want to call out IV. It might be a new term to some of you, but it's inception volume. Inception volume is a individual's orders within their first month. Okay, and they may have more than one. But if you enroll someone, a customer or a partner, the volume that they generate in their first month, even if it's on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 orders, not sure why they would have that many, but we'll take them all of those orders within that calendar month is referred to as inception volume. And I'll be using that term throughout here a little bit as well. And then we're a unilevel organization compensation plan. So levels within your structure is what you get rewarded and compensated off. Commissions, qualifications, I'm going to hit on that here in another slide. And then subscriptions, just being able to understand that there's so much power in being able to have a subscription within our organization, our model, your business, and for your customers. There's a ton of value within those subscription benefits, and they just continue to get better and better here at Xyngular. Okay, so I mentioned qualifications before, but I wanted to kind of call this out more specifically because there's some really neat things with this. Number one, okay, 120 PV. This is your overhead, and ladies and gentlemen, it's a business, right? So when you think about light switches turning on or tires kicking on, I don't know why I keep using restaurants, but as you think about all the overhead costs, this is it, okay? And these products that you're going to use, personal consumption products, or you might be able to have those products that you can sample, share, whatnot. But that, again, is the qualification element for you and your commissions. With that, you get all your daily commissions and all the monthly commissions as well. All right? So that covers you everything. And then your PV, one of the coolest things, okay, your personal orders count in your group volume for your rank. Pretty cool, right? So anything that you order in a month, boop, taps in right into your qualification volume so you can move up in your ranks as well. Now, if you have less than 120, but 30 to 119, you'll still be able to get commissions, level 1 of the reorder bonus, and half of the first order bonus. Okay, just know that. If anything below that, which I don't know if we have that many products that are less than that, but if that is the case, then you just aren't qualified to earn commissions. That's okay. Get you back up and get you rolling anyway in the next months. All right. So the earnings, here we go. All right. This is where we're going to kind of slow down a little bit. I'm going to list out all of the earnings that we have within our structure of compensation. We have promotional incentives like our quick start bonus. That little D, well, I guess capital D, that represents daily. It's paid daily. Quick start bonuses, anytime that you, again, have someone start, that volume or that amount of commissions that's going to come from the generation of volume that creates your quick start bonuses, it's going to be paid daily. X5, we'll talk about this. It's a monthly bonus, hence the M. All right, you get the gist already. We have a launch accelerator I'm excited to share with you on, customer volume bonus, and I'm going to share with you our extreme builder bonus as well. There's no letter after that because it's just time-based. on when you start building towards that extreme builder when you become a partner and a customer with us. All right, so I'm going to hit on each one of those five. And then afterwards, I'm going to talk about the compensation, the base compensation of what we have, first order bonuses. That's a daily. The reorder bonuses, those are also daily. And then we have there we go. The leadership bonuses, which are awesome, and of course those corporate sales pools, those monthly pools that I was talking about a moment ago, and those are both monthly. All right, so here we go. Promotional incentives, quick start bonus. Here's how it works. When you come on, you have someone brand new as a partner. They've upgraded. Okay, they're ready to go. Within their first 30 days, their goal is to go get more people, right? They're, of course, now opened up a business. They're going to go get individuals, customers, or partners, engage with them, purchasing our wonderful products. Within those first 30 days, when you or that new person generates getting four new people that have a cumulative of 500 in that qualifying volume. Okay, so for example, if each one of these individuals come in with 150, that's going to put you over that 500 QV mark. You get $100. Now, within that same 30 days, you go and take that 500 to over 1,000 with even the same four people or getting more, certainly more the merrier. Then you'll be able to get another $100. That's what we refer to as our quick start bonus. You get $200 within your first 30 days as you generate four new starts with a total of 1,000 qualifying volume. Easy breezy, right? See, nothing's hard, nothing's heavy here. Now we have an incentive program called the X5. X5 is something that everybody can earn every single month, which is really cool. And this puts you in a position where you want to say, hey, I need to make $500 or more every month. This is how, right? And that is this. You go and get 5 people a month, okay? Getting 5 individuals that come into the business, customers or partners, and you create that 600 inception volume, IV, right? So each month you get at least 5 people with 600 inception volume. So of all of their initial orders, 600 or more, $150. And you keep on that journey and you go from 600 to 1,000. Okay, let's hear that number. Let's just go for 1,000 each month. Then here's what happens. You get 250 additional dollars. So right there, $400. And then from those 5 individuals, we're also going to be paying you the first order bonus that I'll talk about here in just a second. But that's 20% of the volume generated. And again, with 120, 150 PV, you're definitely going to be over that additional 100 plus bucks to get you over 500. And here in the example, you can see with 140 PV on each one of those, 140 additional dollars, boom, there you are at 540 bucks that you can earn every single month. That's what we refer to as our X5 promotional incentive. And then we have our launch accelerator. Folks, there's a purpose behind each one of these, right? There's ways to get people started, come in, get going, some quick start money. There's a path for them to be able to get money every single month. This is one of those great programs that as they get started in their business, within their first 60 or 90 days, it's actually a little more than that, they're setting themselves up for success. But part of this is it leads individuals in towards our passport program, which is our incentive trip program. But let me talk to you about this launch accelerator. Here's how it works. We want individuals to hit the rank of manager and as soon as possible. In our compensation structure, that's only 2,000 qualifying points. And as you've heard, a lot of our goal is to be able to generate at least half of that every single month anyway. But as they build towards this, there's additional money, $200 on the table. So when they generate and hit the rank of manager, by the end of their second full month, okay, so if I start on the 15th, I've got those 15 first days of the first month, and then I have 2 additional full months to hit the rank of manager, I got $200. And if you hit silver manager, by the end of your third full month, we're going to give you another $500. So that's $700 in addition to what I've already talked about with the X5, with the quick start. You can start seeing how this adds up, that we're well over $1,500, pushing $2,000. Really cool, right? All right. Now, we have a customer volume bonus that we rolled out here with. Here's what's really neat about this. This looks at all of your customers, okay? Regardless if they're coming in brand new in the month or if they're reordering. okay, and you have a breadth of customers that are reorder every month or a breadth of customers that are brand new in the month, what we do is we're going to pay you out that reorder bonus. It's 10%. We'll get to that in a second. The first order bonus is 20%. We'll get that to in a second. But we're going to add on an additional 10% or additional 25% where it adds up towards of 45% of the volume from your customer and what you generate that you can earn on that volume every single month as well. We're excited about this. There's a couple of those nuances that if when you're between 5,000 to 899, that's additional 10%. And then again, anything over 9,000 is that 25%. But we're excited about this because this can give a really great return. If your focus so happens to be, hey, I'm going to go build customers. I'm going to take and I'm going to go apply my influence onto individuals that I know and be able to create a great base. This is an awesome, awesome compensation element for you. Okay, now Extreme Builder. Everybody, take a deep breath, okay? This one is really, really cool. And I want to take a moment and talk about this because we've got individuals who are running for this right now, which is awesome. Here's how it works, okay? There's bonus periods within this structure that exists from an individual's first 45 days, okay? So you can see we want individuals to come into the business and get going. It's one of those things that the excitement happens when you're up and you're going, you're doing the things, and getting that money into their hand early, they're sticking. They're very sticky. They're going to hang around for a long time because they know that our plan pays. And so within their first 45, additionally to everything else I've already mentioned, if they go and do these things, okay, you generate 10,000, 15,000, or 25,000 qualifying volume. Think about the ranks there. That's awesome. Okay, we're going to give you an additional 1,000, 1,500 or $2,000 depending on which one of those volume markers you reach. So get 10,000, you get 1,000, or if you get 15,000, you get 1,500, or you get 20,000, you get $2,000. Okay, that's bonus period 1. Bonus period 2 is within your 46th to 75th day, generate another 10,000. Okay, or get to 30,000, depending on which of the first bonus period volume you created. And when you get to that 30,000 within that period, you're going to get $3,000 in addition to whatever volume or commissions you earned in bonus period 1. And then there's bonus period 3, and that's just this. Get another 10,000 on that within your 76th to the 105th day. Okay? And when you get that, that's $4,000 we're going to give you. Did you all do some math really quick? Are you thinking about this? Because this is up to an additional 9,000 within your first 105 days. So you can see why a lot of people are excited about this and why they want to engage with us, and because their money is there. The ownership of Xyngular is super generous when it comes to rewarding individuals who are out there working, doing the thing that helps them help other people build their businesses. All right. So there you have it. That is your promotional incentives. Let's jump into the compensation components here. There's 4 of them, and they're straightforward as well. So first and foremost, I referred to the first order bonus, or the FOB, as we affectionately call it, and that is simply this. When an individual that you recruit comes in as a customer partner, you're going to receive 20% of that volume that that person ordered in. What's neat about this is we're not just leaving it to what you do. It's what your partners do and their partners, 4 levels. That volume that gets created, those are new starts that are happening, you get a portion of that as well. So the second level, you'd get 10%, 7 and 5 for the third and fourth. Let me tell you why. It's because oftentimes in this business, the model of duplication is so critical. So I would most certainly want to help my new partner get someone new. We call this 3-way calls. You may have heard that many, many times. Okay? But it's the effort to help your team get new people. And because you're helping them do that, you get compensated through those first 4 levels, right? So that's pretty sweet. That's all off of the inception volume, first order bonus. Now, the next month that they order, because naturally you're going to get them on subscription, we refer to those orders, if it's on subscription or not, doesn't matter, we're paying it out, we call it a reorder bonus. Okay, and this is 8 levels within the unilevel model that you'd receive 10% on level 1, 7, 5, 5, 5 on levels 3 through 5, or 3 through 6 rather, and then levels on 7 and 8, 4% there. Now, you'll take note there, as I mentioned earlier, even if you had a 30 PV, you're still going to be qualified for what you have done personally to bring those people in and get that 10% reorder. But you do not want to miss out on all of the other volume that's being generated within your organization. And that's why we always keep an eye to that 120 PV. Simple, straightforward, unilevel components. Number three, this is the global sales pool, the lovely, beautiful global sales pool. The reason why is, again, all of your efforts, every single one of you that is on this call now, every single partner that's working, doing the thing, regardless of organization, regardless of structure, this is one team, one dream bonus. So as everybody goes and does their part, and you do your part, and you hit these ranks, you're going to get an additional percent of the global sales pool all the way throughout. Now, when we look at these, you're probably wondering, well, what does that number look like? Is it hundreds? Yeah, at the lower ranks. Is it thousands? Yeah, those middle ranks. Is it more? Yeah, at those upper ranks. It is a very, very rich element of our compensation plan. But the best part about it is the culture that it creates when we all work together. That is so critical for what we want to do in this model, in this industry, with Xyngular leading the way. So global sales pools, straightforward, simple there. And then the leadership bonuses. A lot of things happen in here. Just look at the middle section there. We're starting to see some 6-digit numbers and even a 7-digit number there. That's pretty stinking looks good, right? And so what this is all about is as you move up in those ranks and you're starting to hit the gold executive, platinum executive, ambassador, and gold ambassador ranks, we're going to give you the opportunity to earn a lot of money. 100,000 at gold executive, platinum executive 250,000, ambassador 500,000, $500,000 there. And if you want to round up to the $1 million, get to gold ambassador, and we'll get you $1 million that way. It is absolute real. We've had individuals who have worked and got these bonuses, and you'll notice here, we know that sometimes reality is what reality. We want consistency. And so as you go and earn those month over month, those ranks, we're going to make those installments, those payments to you, okay? And then even if you miss a month, you'll see that you've got time. That last component is to say, once you hit it within 18 months, hit the rank of gold executive 12 times, you're going to get that full $100,000. That model works the same all the way throughout this leadership bonus, but super exciting to look to say, okay, that's my goal. I want to go accomplish that. And that's within our compensation plan for you to go earn and set that goal for you. Okay. All right. So we're cruising. Hope everybody's doing well. I think we've been doing good on our time here this evening. Let's talk about our FI hacking. I'm still going to stick with it, folks. Sounds horrible, but I'm sticking with it. Okay. But we're biohacking. I'm going to tell you how to hack our compensation plan through these growth principles. All right, here we go. Check this out. Number one, maximizing our compensation plan. The key principle number one is to build wide, focusing on your levels 1 through 4. Okay. Now, some might say, well, in this compensation or that compensation plan, they put down and they push it, but you're pushing volume down away from you. And if you really want to maximize it, keep that volume close. Why? Check this out. Because that volume, that percentage that you're keeping close to you, there's a greater percentage within our unilevel, our reorder, that you get to be able to purchase or that you're going to be able to receive in commissions. And so keeping that volume close, focusing on width, focusing on your 1 through 4, you'll still get paid on 5 through 8, but there's a higher percentage there. Let me model this out for you. Here in this example, an account, an individual, an example, okay, that with their volume, you can see here how there's more volume, and naturally you want it to have a compounding effect, right? Getting more people to do the thing down in depth. It's beautiful, but don't purposely push the volume down. Keep the volume by personally enrolling, staying active. Okay, but here you can see of this account about $3,300, 5.2% is what that equates out to be. But if you keep the volume close to you, here's another example. Okay, now you're looking at roughly the same amount of volume that's totally generated within the group points. Now the check's higher, almost by double, and you're getting 8.7% of that volume through this one aspect of compensation plan. So you want to hack our plan? Keep the volume close. Keep focused on your personal enrollments and levels 1 through 4. Okay, principle number 2, consistently sponsor 5 people a month. They can be customers, they can be partners, but think of just 5. We refer to it as X5 a lot. Refer to 5 people a month. And if you want your organization to really grow, by doing so, 5 people every single month, with not all of them, but some should be partners, engaging with them, teaching them about the opportunity and the business that we have, then you'll see that grow even faster. So the more partners you get, the better. If you want to focus on customers, great. If you want to focus on a split, great. If you want to do all partners, great. Okay. But the number is 5. And how you go get that? Be active, be engaged. Those are part of our future master classes we can talk about, and how to continue to put yourself in front of people and help give a very compelling message as to why they need to be with Xyngular. And then just realize this, naturally, if you get below 5, it's just going to be a little slower. If you get fewer partners, it's going to be a little slower, but that may or may not be part of your strategy. But that's principle number 2, is to go and focus on 5 a month, right? Okay, here's why this is so important. Is because if you think about a 3x3 organization where 3 people, and those 3 get 3, and those 3 get 3, those 3 get 3. Look, little utopian. However, a goal, right? Something you can look forward and say. But our point here is to say, look at this commissions amount that you're earning at this point. Okay. This is in my way, so I don't know if I can really see it, but that's okay. There we go. So about $49,000. Okay. That's fantastic. Watch this. When you go and you create a 5x5 organization, now you're looking at a little bigger number. Okay. Just the power of a couple of more that you do every single month within your organization. You can see how that compounds. If that doesn't get you excited, I don't know what is. There's probably hopefully a whole bunch of comments going on right now. I can't see them, but folks, this is a very powerful principle within our compensation plan. All right. Here's another way to look at this, thinking about 5. We've been around. We know our numbers. We know what the modeling looks like. And this is what's really, really fun. If you can focus on 5, you can get to the rank of a manager with 5 people. Okay. You go out there and you create and you focus in on some volumed kits, you'll be able to get that rank pretty quick. But you go out and focus on 5. Now, if in your 1 through 4, remember, part of the key principle, in your levels 1 through 4, if your enrollments, the average enrollments in your 1 through 4 is 25. So it's not just you, but you've gone and got people, and those people have gone and got people, and those have people, and so forth, right? 1 through 4. If you're averaging 25, you'll be hitting gold manager, at least. Now, let's say you're getting 25 now and you're not yet there. You will be. The numbers have proven this out. In fact, it's fun sometimes to give a call to somebody who just hit platinum manager, but they're averaging 35, 40 new enrollments in their 1 through 4. And we say, hey, congratulations on hitting platinum manager. Oh, and also congratulations on hitting director or silver director, because the enrollments are there. And that's a fun call to make and demonstrate, because they're confused. Well, it's because they're living to this principle of being able to focus on teaching their first levels, their 1 through 4, to go and recruit on a very consistent basis, bringing new people in. That little caveat's true. 20% need to be partners, because you need that duplication in your business to move forward. But again, the larger the number, the faster you grow. The smaller the number, you might see yourself going backwards. So if you only have 1 through 4 enrollments, and you're sitting at a platinum manager, but you're only getting 15 enrollments, you might see your rank go back. So keep this in mind as you look at those metrics on how many enrollments are through your 1 through 4. Great, great principle. All right, next one, do what duplicates. Here, folks, I'm about ready to wrap up here in just a few more minutes, but oftentimes people have great confidence that they can do it. And that's beautiful. You want to model it. You want to demonstrate it. You want to be someone that individuals look up to say, man, if they can do it, I can do it. But keep in mind, do what duplicates. And sometimes the most simple things are what duplicates the best. And so keep that in mind as you go out and you demonstrate recruiting tactics and meetings and discussions and product. Keep it in mind that if everybody can do what you're doing, then it will duplicate. But if you're doing something that's like, wow, that's pretty technical knowledge, I don't know if I can get that deep into the science of the product or whatnot, chances are it's not very duplicatable. We've got a great team at the corporate office that can help offer some of those insights and those trainings under Chanel's leadership. But I'll tell you this, keep this in mind. It's a fantastic principle to do what duplicates. There we have it, folks. Went through a lot in that little bit. But the last part of my agenda is giving you resources. And so we have an amazing application. And within our mobile application, we've got all of these compensation documents. And I've taken everything from our incentive booklet right there within the mobile app. If you have not got into that and you are a partner, get into it. It is an incredible app that we continue to add value to. For those of you who know, we just launched Pulse, but this particular incentive booklet will give you the breakdown of everything that I've talked about, so you can go back and look at it and review those elements as well. It also has quick little snapshots of everything as it's built out from a reward mechanism in our compensation, from both the levels and the ranks to the bonuses, and it even has elements towards our passport program as well. So, folks, I want to just extend a little bit of a challenge to you tonight before we wrap up. There's a lot that was discussed, and you may be a little bit on your heels. Get on your toes. Get into it. Lean into it. Learn it. Be able to go out there with intent and purpose and helping individuals. Your confidence in what you're doing, people are going to lean into. They're going to want to be part of. Don't be timid. Don't be on your heels. Step up. Lean forward, because people need you. They need someone that they can follow. And I'll say this, I've said it before, but there's a book that was written in 1776. It's nothing, U.S. history. It was written by a gentleman by the name of Adam Smith from, he was in the United Kingdom. The book is called The Wealth of Nations, okay? And it simply states this, that by one pursuing their own interests, you want to go build a Xyngular business and be compensated fairly and amazingly for that. That's what you want. So by one pursuing their own interests, they frequently promote that of the society, which means if I'm going to go do the thing I want to do, I want to build a business with Xyngular, I want to be compensated incredibly, I think I've used 3 adjectives there, then in doing so, I'm going to promote that idea to others that also want it. But we shouldn't sit back in a corner. It's like Marianne Williamson says something similar, that we shouldn't shrink. We shouldn't lay in the corner. We need to step up. We need to be the example. We need to be bold and confident. And as we do so, people are going to take note, and they're going to follow, and you're going to see your organization move. And it's going to move with great excitement and joy, and you'll feel it and you'll see it. Don't lose sight of that. Don't lose sight that people need you. And when they look up to you, they're going to say, that person's consistent, that person's sticking around, they know exactly what they're going to do. And even if they don't, they're going to figure it out, because that's the type of person you are to lead your organization. Thank you, everybody, so very much for being with us tonight. God bless you all, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.